Hi, Janette here from Case Flower School. And just in the last couple of days we've been uploading some videos for autumn, kind of like autumnal designs and Halloween designs. And just included within them designs we've been using some chestnuts. So you can see here on the table I have a small bundle of chestnuts, and these chestnuts were collected by some kids for me. So this is something, if you have children, or maybe go and get a lend to some people's children and bring them to the park and get them to collect some chestnuts, or conkers as sometimes the kids call them. And they're brilliant because obviously you're getting them for nothing, and it's something that you can include in your flower arrangements. They look really well, and especially if you're doing an autumnal design. Now a lot of people have been asking me is how did I get them into the design? So I wired them all. So I'm going to show you now how you can wire them. So to wire them you obviously need some florist wire. And if you buy a heavier gauge one, I have a 20 gauge one here. So a 20 gauge is fine. 22 is miles too light, so don't buy 22. 20, even 19, you'd get away with 19. But the gadget that you need is this little item. It looks like a small screwdriver, but it's called a bradawl. So the top of it is more like a needle or a point, okay? It's not like a normal screwdriver, and it's not even like a Phillips screwdriver. So that's your bradawl. So if you do have somebody in the family that's maybe a carpenter, he may have one in his toolbox. But you could purchase one in a building provider's, that way. I'm not really sure, but I would say it's quite inexpensive. Now don't let children do this because this is a little bit dangerous. So what I'm going to do with the chestnut is I'm going to pierce a hole through it. So the top of the bradawl is really pointy. So I'm just going to rest it against the chestnut. I'm gripping it here in my hand. Sorry, it's just slipping there. That's why you have to be really careful. So I'm just kind of twisting it there, and you can see the way it's inserted into the chestnut. And inside the chestnut it's soft, so it's going through there no problem, and it'll come out. You can see it here, it comes out through the other side, okay? So then I'm just going to pull it out, which is a little bit stiff. You get your 20 gauge wire. You stick the wire through where you went in with the bradawl. It'll come out through the other side. So you have a long piece of wire and a short piece of wire. If you just bend the two pieces of wire together, so your long and your short piece of wire meet each other, and if you just twist it with your fingers, 1 or 2, 3 twists with your fingers, and that's your chestnut wired. So I'm going to do it again. So get your chestnut. Now obviously the length of the bradawl, and as far as I know it's standard sizes, okay? So I have to kind of go through the chestnut at the side that's that little bit narrower. If I try to go that direction, as you can see, it's not possible. I'm not going to be able to come out the other side. So I always kind of have to go through the side of the chestnut. So on one side, I'll just turn this around here, I'm getting the bradawl, just kind of trying to hold it steady, and just kind of like pair at it a little bit just to get it started, okay? So then give it a good push, kind of keep twisting as you go along, and if you look closely you'll see it coming through the other side. There it goes. Right? It's actually quite easy. I'm taking my time doing it, so you can catch it here on the video, but it is really easy to do. Pulling it out is probably, I need a little bit of, pull that out. So then you get your wire and you go through the side that the bradawl went through. So through this side, and you come out through the opposite side, a little bit of the chestnut there. You have a long piece of wire and a short piece of wire. You bend the two of them, that the two of them meet. And what you can do then is you can just get the long piece of wire to twist around the short piece of wire, or the previous chestnut I twisted them together with my finger. I'll do one more for good luck just to make sure that everybody's got that. So I've lots of chestnuts here. Forget your chestnut. As I said, you need to go through the narrower side of the chestnut. Get your bradawl, pierce it through, make a little bit of a hole, kind of just keep twisting with your finger. It'll come through the other side, pull it back out again, get your 20 gauge wire, pierce it through the chestnut, bend them together, your two pieces of wire, and you can either twist or wrap one wire around the other, whatever suits you. So that's our chestnuts wired. Now when I was placing them into the floral arrangements, what I did was I bent the wire up at the bottom into what we call a hairpin bend. And then I inserted that down into the floral foam, and that's what held the chestnut in place. And what I probably did was I placed them in groups. So I had 2 or 3 together, kind of in a group, and it looked very effective. Now I'll also be using these around Christmas time. So if you've been following our videos, you'll see where I will use them at Christmas time. And what I'll do at Christmas time is I'll spray these with gold spray. And I have to say they're absolutely fabulous, and they look really expensive. Now if anybody has been collecting chestnuts, they might kind of message me and say that their chestnuts have started to go mildewed. The reason is they will sweat and they will go mildewed. But if you put the hole in them, like I'm just after showing you now, they will last for ages, because what happens is they'll actually dry out on the inside. Where if you don't have a little hole, the inside starts to rot, because obviously it's going to grow into a seed and hopefully grow into a big chestnut tree and so on. So the idea, or the secret, is to make a hole in the chestnut so that it'll dry out, and then when you spray them gold, you basically have them forever and ever. So it's something that you can forage for free. The kids will have great fun collecting them. You can let the kids collect them, they can play with them, they can play as if they're marbles, they can do what they like with them, and when the kids get bored, then you can take them all up then, pierce all your little holes in them, wire them all up, and you have them forever and ever. So best to look at, everyone. If you have any questions on any of our videos, just contact us here at the school at info@flowerschoolireland.com. Thanks a million for watching.